Form 3 English Reporter Speech General Questions. How do you rewrite questions using reporter speech? In Form 2, you learned reporter statements, reported questions. We use reported questions to tell what other people have asked. There are two kinds of questions: yes or no questions and WH questions. Yes no questions 又叫做 general questions is equals questions that do not begin with a WH question word, like do you like the school? Is he coming? How do you report this kind of questions? 你會點樣報導呢類嘅問題啊？For example, like, are you hungry? Mom asked. So you can change to Mom asked if I was hungry. So there are a few steps to follow. And first, you can answer the questions first. For example, because when you write a reported questions, you use the normal word order like a statement. 因為當你寫一個報導問題，你先用類似嘅陳述正常語序。For example, do you go to school by bus? May ask Tom. You can answer, I go to school by bus. And another example is, are you a student? Miss Wen asked Edison. And he answered, I am a student. The second step is to change the tense into its corresponding past form. The tense of the verbs should be changed to their corresponding past forms. The following table summarizes the tense shift. For present simple, you can change to past simple, and for present continuous, you can change to past continuous. For present perfect simple, you can change to past perfect simple. Present perfect continuous, you can change to past perfect continuous. Past simple to past perfect. Past continuous to past perfect continuous. Past perfect to past perfect without change. And then past perfect continuous to past perfect continuous without change. And then for the modals, you can also change will to would, can to could, must to had to, shall to should, may to might. For simple person, to change to simple past, there's an example for that. Is I was a student. For example, like Lisa was. If a person continuous, like to past continuous, you can change from was he doing homework? I asked. And to I asked if he had been doing homework. For example, where were they late? Mom asked. You can change to Mom asked if they had been late. For the first step, you can change pronouns or progressive adjectives. For example, for I went to school by bus, and then he went to school by bus. I was a student. He was a student. Lisa was. And to Lisa was, and then I was doing homework to she was doing homework now. And then they were having to they were having. For the fourth step, you can change the adverbial and adverbial phrases of time. Now change to then or at that moment. Today change to that day. Tonight change to that night. This morning to that morning. Tomorrow to next day. The following day, yesterday to the previous day, the day before. This week or month or year to that week, month or year. Next week, month or year to the following week, month or year. Last week, month or year to previous month, week or year. ago to before, here and there, also there. And for the fifth step, yes, no questions, use if or whether. Like May ask Tom if he went to school by bus. Joe asked Joy whether she was doing homework then. So please remember to change the question mark to a full stop. 咁等我哋睇下呢啲例子先。For example, I ask whether her closeness to her mother ever posed any problem. Another example is he asked whether he could use my bathroom, and they asked whether the man talked dirty to me. 呢啲題目主要都係問是否啦，例如第一句係解為我問他和媽媽之間的親密關係是否曾帶來任何問題。咁第二句就係他問是否可以用我的衛生間。咁for the third example is they asked whether I was prepared to vouch for him. 他們問我是否願意為他作擔保啦。咁第四句就係解嗰啲男人有冇同我講下流説話啦。I'm often asked whether the man talked dirty to me. And then the fifth sentence is he was asked whether he would walk out if the worst came to the worst. 他被問到如果發生最壞的情況，他是否會退席啦。So he asked if equals to he asked whether， 即係if 等於 whether 啦，有相同嘅含義，但係只有用 whether 嘅時候先可以用 or not 嘅啫。咁例如he asked whether or not I like coffee， or 就係等於 he asked whether I like coffee or not. So now do the exercise to test yourself. Bye. And here is the answer key.